So, are you all ready to meet the young six? Well, yes, that was a flaw on my part for calling the main six, but we all know that these brand new young characters are all dear in our hearts.
The next generation of the main
Yes, next gen.
Yes, unfortunately, I have a little bit of bad news to relate to everyone before the panel begins. Shannon Chan Kent is unfortunately not going to be able to join us for the panel. She is running a little bit late. Late, but never fear. The rest of your young six are here, and the role of Smolder will be played by a surprise character. Surprise actress. So, are you all ready to meet them? I don't know. I don't think you're all ready to meet them this afternoon. So,
Yeah!
are you all ready to meet the young six? Alrighty then. I think you're all ready. You're all nice and pumped up. So since you're all nice, bolsterous, very, very proud and loud to meet the young six, let's start with the shyest of the bunch. Ladies and gentlemen, give up a big hand for Devin Dalton, the voice actress of Ocelot. All right, folks, are you all ready for your next young six? Are you all ready for a griffin? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Gavin Langelo, the voice of Gallus. This one's going to require some audience participation. Could everyone please stand up? All right. Everyone please start stomping your hooves. For Katrina Salisbury, the voice of Yama!
I was just gonna say that.
So, our next voice actress's character spends half of her time under the sea and half of the time up in the air. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Lauren Jackson.
Excuse me.
Wrong spot.
You forgot all the time high on sugar.
Well, yes.
Look, stairs.
She's an adorable high on sugar. And now, for this next voice actor, he has a little bit of a history with My Little Pony, voicing such characters as Prince Blue Blood, Flash Sentry, and of course, Sandbar. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Vincent Cobb!
Hi! Are you booing me already? I'm used to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Young Six! And also, could everyone please give a nice warm welcome to our additional voice actresses who will be playing the remainder roles within this panel. Come on up, everyone.
You know it's Big Smolder to be late?
No.
Yes, it is.
A little bit better.
A little more personal.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
How was everybody?
Woo!
You guys good? Did you guys eat yet?
No!
Get
Dinner!
I like the Doritos.
Dinner. That's like
Dinner.
I could eat up to be like an hour. So good for you guys. Bravo.
Actually, we did have breakfast. Too. Jack in the Box.
Hi.
An actor prepares.
How's it?
Yeah. Oh, Stella has her notebook in case. Take notes. Nice. You know.
Did you guys watch last week's episode?
Woo!
I didn't watch it. Is it good?
Yeah! Woo!
Well, the real question is, was I good? I know. It was all about you, and it was very fun to record with you, and I want to see it so badly.
I should have been.
Someone shifted.
Take Hello.
So, everyone ready to have a comic read to them?
Woo!
A comic starring the Young Six?
Woo!
Yay.
So, if the IT could please change the screen? Perfect. And so, everyone, ready for the live reading of My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, issue number 71, Do You Believe in Magic?
Where is Silverstream? She's holding us up.
Is that me?
I know, I'm already like, whoa.
This is getting up to a good start. He looks like Count Dracula. Alright, she's probably just getting her costume ready, Smolder. It's her first nightmare night after all.
Yona's first nightmare night, too. I'm here! I couldn't decide which costume to wear, so I wore them all. You look really cool, Silverstream. Yeah, like a closet threw up on you.
Come on, gang. Who's excited for nightmare night?
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Candy, costumes, tricks, and games. Nightmare night is best!
Woo!
Oh, shit. Ponies can put on a pretty cool party, huh?
So all these ponies are dressing up in costumes. Must be just like back in the changeling hive, huh, Celis? Yeah, I should put on a costume too. Psst. Hey there, how would you like to experience an authentic Ponyville haunted house?
Haunted house.
A spectacle of spooks, a festival of frights, all for you to experience this nightmare night.
And where is this haunted house?
The castle of the two sisters. Perhaps you and your friends will bond over some shared spookiness. Hello, friends. Who was that strange pony?
That was Principal Twilight in disguise, trying to send us on a secret friendship lesson. Might as well humor him.
Haunted Mansion music.
Movie.
Just like old times, huh?
Yeah, I remember when we first stayed here.
Well, I bet the place hasn't got any more haunted since then.
Castle sure seems haunted.
I'll say.
Yeah, haunted by weird toys. Do ponies really think this stuff is scary? Oh, wow! Check out the decor! Looks different from the last time we were here. Looks a lot goofier, you mean? Dragons don't scare as easily as ponies, looks like here.
Chip.
What's that? Wow, you didn't tell us about the obstacles on Nightmare Night.
That's because usually there aren't any.
Maybe we should leave.
Yeah, I don't know if we're up for this.
We are! Friends are definitely tough enough for Haunted House. Yeah, and we've been through worse troubles than this, right?
Have we?
Well, if we haven't, then we will eventually. My trick was a success. Our students are heading to our haunted house, unaware of the mysterious stranger who led them to where that led them there was none other than Principal Twilight Sparkle. This will be a great bonding experience for them. Pinky, did you get my note about setting up the Nightmare Night decorations? Sure did. Plenty tricks and trees. Wait, that note was for Pinky? I thought I was supposed to do it. You did? Yeah, I've already loaded up the castle with a bunch of big traps and gimmicks. I figured an obstacle course was just the thing for the students. You mean I wasn't supposed to bring all my woodland creatures?
Oh no!
And I wasn't supposed to put up those delicate silk draperies.
And I didn't need to light all those apple-scented decorative candles.
None of that stuff should be in there. Who is she dressed as? Not sure, but it rings a bell. So, wait. Our students, along with lots of fuzzy, easily frightened creatures, are in an old, crumbling castle filled with tricks, traps, and obstacles, as well as 100 lit candles and flammable silk draperies.
We gotta save them.
Stay calm, students. We're on our way.
Anyone see anything?
You wanna keep your eyes peeled.
Well, this is unexpected.
I didn't know you ponies had zoos on Nightmare Night.
We don't usually do that either, but it's kind of nice here.
Smells good, too. Like apple pie.
Yeah, seems like critters like the smell too. What is with this place? We've gone from death traps to an apple-scented petting zoo.
Maybe it's all part of the friendship test. Like, we're supposed to learn something about animals and candles and... Oh, what now?
Guys, I really don't think we should be here.
Death.
Fire!
Lots of fire! Lots of fire!
Guys, we gotta leave! This place is going
You are
bonkers!
Snap, crackle, pop, kill the transfers. Sorry, I messed everyone up.
We're trapped.
We're trapped! We thought this was supposed to be fun, not terrifying! This is getting really scary, guys! What do we do? You feel fear? Then use it!
Please wait.
Oh, Zelo did it.
Where are we at? We can't see the screen, so we don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we don't know where we're
Yeah, refreshing.
We have an attack?
Are we looking good?
Good.
We got
got some thumbs up.
Looking
Actually,
good.
this is where the staple is, so we've met the middle. This is an appropriate intermission. Just take a breath. Take a breath.
Great.
Yeah, have some water.
Water break.
Magic wow. He went wow.
It's intermission, so as my friend Johnson would say, if anyone needs to go pee pee poo poo, you can.
Conversation with the characters.
Vincent, tell the joke.
All right, are you guys ready for this?
Yes. Come on, Vincent.
So I went and I bought this hat, but it was for a friend of mine, and it didn't fit her. So then I had to go to the store and take it yak. I literally just made that up.
You didn't even stutter. How are we doing on the buffering situation?
Still buffering.
I'm not doing some tongue.
Stupid internet.
No, it's kind of sad.
Hey!
Seattle is beautiful.
Just like me.
We're back! Thank you, IT crowd.
And now back to our program.
So where are we starting? Me? I'm live?
You're live.
Oh, it's me? What? Who says that?
Oh, God.
Fear is energy. Fear is encouragement.
I thought yaks wouldn't feel fear.
Yaks feel fear, but fear is not your enemy. Fear makes you want to move. Fear makes you want to do. Fear makes you want to stop. Let fear freeze you. Don't deny fear. Let fear give you strength. Strength to escape and defeat what you fear. Come on, friends. Don't give in to fear. Use your fear. Ultra's immune to fire. Smash through that stuffed open door. Take this, you nasty birded spider! Crunch! Over here! But this piece is too big! I can't move, Smolder!
That's the way out, but we gotta get these animals out too. Ocellus, can you help?
I don't know!
Listen, I know you're scared, Ocellus. We all are, including the animals. Think of what Yona said. Can you use that fear?
Come on, let's move! Yarn! Take that, creepy monstrosity!
We're almost to the door, guys!
To freedom! Students! Oh, thanks, Celestia, you're all okay. I'm so sorry. You must have been terrified.
Who, us? Nah, we weren't scared. Okay, we were just
All the animals got out okay.
And it looks like the castle's just fine. Nothing damaged but Rarity's precious silk drapery.
I'm sorry we put you all in such danger, but I'm glad you were able to overcome your fears. Well, we didn't overcome our fears exactly. In fact, fear is what got us moving. Fear is great motivator. Yaks know this best. Well, I promise your next nightmare night won't be quite so terrifying. Are you kidding? This was great! Can we do it again tomorrow?
Happy Halloween! The end.
So everyone have a good time? Woo! Well, Well, now that the live reading's over, I believe it's time to start up the Q&A session part of the panel. So, is everyone here ready to ask some questions to our wonderful little panelists?
Yes. They do. They have some.
They have.
How do they ask questions? Do they have to walk up to a microphone?
Yep.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So, if everyone who has questions, could they please line up to the microphone that's currently in the center of the panel? In the center of the floor, please. If there are any kids who are going to be in line, could you please escort them up to the panel front so that way they could ask their questions first, and let us begin.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, first of all, Vincent Tong. My brother loves Ninjago and he loves Kai.
Whoa. Nice. Well, your brother has really good taste because Kai is a good-looking ninja.
Thank you. Let's see. And how do you like when you're doing different voices and like you play the same and you're like talking back to the same character? How do you remember which character has the different voice?
This is a question for me?
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I have so many voices in my head already, so it works well with me. I really enjoy doing multiple voices and talking to myself. That doesn't really happen too much in My Little Pony, but there was a show called Nexo Nights. I don't know if anyone's watched that show. But I think this guy named Jestro. And he had this little sculptor guy. His name was Roberto Arnoldi. And he would talk back and forth. He was very funny. But I don't know. It's fun to keep in my mind. But yeah, there are some times that you kind of bleed your other voice into your other character. But usually it's okay. I really enjoy it. Thank you.
He also likes the Nexo Nights too.
Ah, your brother has really good taste in shows.
Hey everyone.
Hi.
So, how are you enjoying Everfree so far?
Woohoo! It's awesome. You guys made us feel super welcome.
My main question I wanted to ask you. So, I go to a high school, and there's this thing called like ASB in class office, and I have been thinking this inside my head ever since we've been introduced into the Young Six, and ever since some things might have happened. But in your guys' appearance, who do you think your character would be as a part of the student council? And what position would they be and why?
Whoa.
That's the best. I love that. My instant impulse for Silverstream would be like, party planner! You know, anything that has to do with baking cupcakes, spraying glitter about, and making sure everyone feels their very best. I think that would definitely be in the vein of Silverstream. That'd be nice. Oh no.
Is there like a muscle as part of the
security duty?
Yeah. Security? You know, the dance. Yona just keeps everybody safe. She dances a lot. She stomps around.
She could maybe organize the dance.
Organize the dance?
Oh yeah.
Teach everybody the dance.
School spirit.
Oh, school spirit. Yeah. Refined. I like that. School spirit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yona would just be honest and be like, I don't like that idea, moving on.
That sounds like a vice pres or something.
Vice president.
Let that body sit there.
Oh yeah.
Let the body hit the floor.
Estelle's, I feel like she's gonna be like Miss Teacher, you know? Let's learn.
Yeah.
So,
Or school counselor, because
School counselor.
she's found her inner yogi in season 9, Uprooted. And I think, you know, with all the changeling, what is it called? Yeah. That's making me nervous. Celeste's getting nervous. Oh God.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be the organizer. Like, let's get to class. Let's go here, keeping everyone in check, ready to go.
It looked like you wanted to say something.
Yeah, you do.
I was thinking maybe, because in my opinion, I imagine Ocellus as like the president.
Totally, because I want to like run things, but I'm a little bit shy to like be in the forefront.
She can make
I
school
think
great.
with my pony friends,
What's
Ocellus
your
would be
muscle?
like,
She got you.
yeah, see, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll relay the message to Yona, and then she'll get it to people.
So what about you, Alice?
I don't know. Gals would be in detention.
Detention camp.
Yeah. It's probably his stomping grounds.
Probably with Smolder.
Yeah, like, what do you guys? What would Gallus be doing?
Detention, which is pretty good.
Detention? Yeah.
That's a pretty good janitor.
He grows up like.
I think Sandbar would probably be on like the yearbook club and just want to like clip out pictures of his friends because he loves his friends.
Aww.
Yeah.
Sandbar's cool.
That's the panel.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So my question is for Devin. So in the season 8 premiere, in the second song, when Oscillus had a solo line, you did the singing for that, but then uprooted, it was Shannon who did. So what's the reason for the sort of discrepancy, if you will?
Yeah. Well, I think that's kind of more of a question for Daniel, who does the awesome songs. It just kind of worked out in that one that Shannon was able to kind of jump in and take over. She did a great job, and as you guys know, Shannon is a beautiful vocalist. So she does a lot of singing. I'm a dancer and a stunt performer. The singer, not so much. So I get a little bit shy sometimes, and there was a lot more singing in that song. So I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think she did a great job, and she did Ocellus justice. So yeah, we're a team. So ultimately, whatever works best for it. But it's kind of out of my hands, and probably a little bit more of a question, but it turned out great. I love that song. I still sing it. I watched that episode. I was like, oh. Yeah. Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hey.
My name is Taylor. I think some of you might know me.
I know you, Taylor.
Nice to
Of
meet
course
you.
you do, Vincent. How I like to begin these things is I like to give compliments to everybody. So I'll start with Lauren. Obviously, Silverstream is best sea pony hippogriff. Katrina, best Jack, obviously. Devin, best changeling. Gavin, best griffin. And Vincent is our favorite little pony, student 6.
47th best pony.
So I had a question for all of you. When you guys were recording your lines for the very first episode of season 8, were you expecting this kind of positive reception from the fan? I knew you guys were maybe expecting fan response from it, but were you expecting all this positivity from all of us?
It was amazing, the response we got from all of you guys. Obviously, because we're a bunch of different characters coming in season 8 for a show you guys have been a part of for so long. So for a big change like that, I think everyone was super receptive of us and gave us so much love, which allowed us to continue to have fun and do a great job and want to be the best student 6 that we could be for you guys. Yeah. So thank you all.
Thank you very much, guys, and God bless each and every one of you.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello. So my name's Austin. First of all, a question, and hopefully a wrap-up comment for myself to all of you. So my question is to all of you: if you all have the chance to have like a day or a week with the main student 6, what would you do?
What would you do with a student 6? There's a lot of crazy characters in a student 6.
Oh, paintballing.
That might be good, yeah.
I'd like to see the student 6 in a theme park.
Yeah.
See who likes to go fast, who likes the canoe ride, because that's similar to the comic book. Like, you learn so much about people when they're put to the test. And I know sometimes on roller coasters and things, people can get a little bit... So it was interesting to see how we'd all react.
Play some Smash Bros with the student 6.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I bring the student 6 to My Little Pony convention.
I think so, yeah. Good, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, and then watch them all get robbed by fans.
Yeah, that'd be unnatural. So, here's to all of you. You guys rock. Keep rocking it.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, Oxell's Best Changeling. Should we expect the rest of the students to get their own episodes in the spotlight for the rest of the season? I think Smolder's getting her own next week, and
No spoilers.
Spoilers. No spoilers, please.
spoilers in the episode. Should we expect an Ocel's own episode at some point?
No spoilers.
Who's to know? You'll have to watch and find out.
Look, the moose.
Good answer.
Okay.
Look, the moose.
Thank you.
Is Sandbar gonna become an alicorn?
Is Sandbar going to become an alicorn?
It's like the Twilight of the Young Six.
Like, do you
Is he
think
gonna grow
like
wings in a horn?
you don't think like maybe he's already an alicorn?
You rebel.
You'll just have to watch and find out.
Exactly.
Thank you.
I got a request for Katrina.
Hi.
Could you say your line from Matter of Principles, the aggressive version of Be My Friend?
Be my friend!
My friend.
Hi.
Hi.
The name's Hercules. And I have
Hercules looks like Hades.
let's go with that. I was thinking about a question, but I wanted to be more in depth. How do I put this? Is the Student 6 going the next generation, so to speak, and why is it so, why is it, is it the next generation for, sorry.
It's okay, take your time.
Take your time.
Is it going to become the next generation? And when did the decision become so diverse with this second group?
It's a good question. I can sort of maybe answer the second part of the question. But I think it's really cool to showcase the diversity within this universe, because there are so many different creatures, and to kind of put focus on all sorts of, I think that's what's happening in the world right now, which is, I think, a very beautiful thing. So I think having it reflect into the cartoon world, and having cartoons being watched by lots of us, but also a lot of young kids, is a very good thing for young people to learn. Because I remember when I was a kid, watching cartoons, it wasn't as diverse. I couldn't see like an Asian, for myself as an Asian guy, like, yes, I am Asian.
No.
To see like a lead character in a cartoon series. And now I'm doing shows where I get to like play these like lead characters as an Asian person. And so like kids are gonna see that and see that representation. It can be all inclusive, which is a very beautiful thing.
Like your role as Mega Man?
Like my role as Mega Man, yeah.
I'll leave with this. A yak was an interesting choice. I'll give you that.
Yes. Yaks is best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice reflexes.
Hello, my name is Alex. When you voice your characters, do you draw any inspiration from anything?
Sorry, say again?
About the characters you voice, is there any inspiration from?
Whenever I get a voice audition, I kind of just, I try not to, I call it paralysis from overstimulus, so I try not to overthink it too much. It would have been helpful to have an illustration. I had no idea what Gallus looked like until we were way into season 8. I think it's just like a person that I used to go to school with, but I just started playing with my voice, and then I just kind of found it and it worked, and it's really easy to replicate, so yeah. I don't know if there was any inspiration, probably just a mix of people that I've met throughout my life. Hope that answers your question.
For me, it was kind of strange when I showed up for season 8, right? That's when it started. I thought, because I didn't actually audition for Sandbar. It was really nice that Jim and those guys just sort of gave the part to me, and I was like told by my agent, oh, he's one of the guys in the Equestria land. He's the guy with
the dreadlocks that I did. I forget his name. It's like the dude with the really green. Sandalwood, yeah, that's it. I thought I was gonna do Sandalwood, so I came and I was doing this voice.
Now, I don't know if you guys remember.
I remember.
They're like, no, that's way too old. I was the guy, and I didn't prepare anything, so we had to like literally find this guy's voice, and I was really trying to play it cool, and they're like, oh yeah, I got this, and then eventually we found Sandbar's voice, but it was a little bit freaky for me. With all these guys already.
Yeah, I think in general I just kind of draw inspiration from life and all the people that I meet, but you get the lines and you're kind of just figuring out who the character is yourself when you're reading them, so you're kind of finding out as you go, which is the fun part because you also don't know what the character looks like, and it's exciting to create something. So yeah, just using the skills I guess you have and trusting, like you said, not overthinking it and just trusting your gut. Yeah.
I watched a lot of season 5 to look at the yaks before I auditioned for the role. And I feel like as the show, as season 8 went on and we were doing a lot more recording, I kind of grabbed some inspiration from the Hulk. So if we were the Avengers, that's who I would be. Yeah, so for sure. That's where I got my inspiration from.
You're not Hulk's best friends.
Yeah. That would be great. Me and Mark Ruffalo are really close. I wish.
We need fan art of that
I just read that she was excited and full of light and love and sugar, and I just, whatever came out was what came out. But I will say that when I did go in for a Silver Stream, they did say, like, and just remember that we don't need to be excited all the time, and so that was an exciting challenge to continue to be inspired and have energy, but find different colors and layers.
Lauren's crazy already, so it's perfect. Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome sweater.
Thank you.
So, Katrina, since you brought up that a good portion of Yona's performance is inspired by the Hulk, could we potentially hear you say Yona Smash?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Yona Smash!
Yona Smash!
Yes. Yeah, you are a very physical performer. Absolutely.
They're all like, stay on mic, please.
Hi there, my name is Do the Dang Do. First off, how you doing, Vincent?
How's it going, bro?
It's great. Still love me some feather bangs.
Yeah, baby. Good to see you.
So, good to see you too. First off, you all do an amazing job. Thank you for what you do. I have a question specifically for Katrina. Since you started voicing Yona, outside of recording and whatnot, have you ever accidentally slipped up and referred to yourself in the third person?
Never in recording, but I think I have done it at home, and my boyfriend looked at me like I was insane.
I'm talking about like outside the studio and just your day-to-day life.
I have. Maybe once or twice.
That's great. Thank you guys very much.
Recording.
Thank you very much.
Hi. My question is, has there ever been a voiceover kind of job that your agent thought you would be perfect for, but you're like, I'm not going to have anything to do with this, this doesn't fit me well? Like, what kind of criteria does that happen under?
Yeah. I mean, I did one that was, I did like the I guess the promo for this video game, and it was just so violent, and it had sort of pointless violence, and that's how you scored in the game. I'm not gonna name the name of the game, but I told my agent that, like, if it comes out, I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to do it, just because it just served no purpose in the world for me, at least to kind of support that kind of energy. It's a bit too violent.
Is this for an audition or for an actual role?
Just like any kind of like project that's voiceover, maybe your agent was like, you should totally do this. You're like, no.
Yeah, I've been asked to submit for things before, and I'm like, this is a 5-year-old. I don't think I can like go that believable with the register, but that's typically the hardest one. Or if they try to make me sound like a convincing old man, not like a character old man, that can be difficult as well. If I'm trying to go too far out of my natural kind of base.
Give us your best old man. Do the old man.
Do the old man.
You shall not pass!
Thank you. I had no idea that Ian McDermott was on the panel.
Also, I just wondered what's your favorite cartoon that you had no work, didn't do any work on at all?
Favorite cartoon? I love Bob's Burgers.
Ooh, Bob's Burgers.
I love BoJack Horseman and Too Good for Yes. You haven't watched it. It's so good.
Still need to see it.
It's my
I
dream job.
still love any Looney Tunes. You just go wrong.
I used to love this show, and no one ever knows what I'm talking about, but it was about Suntots and the Smoggies.
Oh yeah, I know.
Does anyone remember that? Thank you.
No idea.
Thank you.
Totally.
The Suntots and the Smoggies.
It's a good thing.
It was so good.
We're gonna have to watch this later.
Dang. Okay.
Does anyone know Silverhawks? You guys are liars. You guys actually know Silverhawks? Yes? Okay, that was a wicked show. I used to love that. I'm dating myself.
South Park for me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Steven Shades. My friends call me Shades.
What's up, Shades?
Yeah, so I got a question for Vincent and I got a request for Lauren. So first off, Vincent, I'm a voice actor. I do MLP comic dubs. I'm a YouTuber and as well as a musician here today.
Wicked.
So my question is, what is a good technique for working on Sandbar? Because I have voiced a couple of your characters, and like he said, Miss Gloriosa, I drive her well. Like it's the best I can do. Normally, that's the best I can do. I'm kind of a little nervous. Normally, I like to voice Shining most of the time, so
okay.
You know.
Cool.
So my question is, what is a good technique with Sandbar?
I had this direction from Jim. He's like, slow down, dude.
So, hey, Yona, I was wondering if you wanted to go with me to the dance tonight.
Yeah. That's good.
All right, I'll be sure to throw one out.
There you go.
All right, and Lauren, my request for you is, can you do the Sea Ponies intro in Silver Sheen's voice?
Oh.
Do the
I'm so sorry.
You gotta give her a reference.
Call up on the sea pony.
Old school 80s.
Boy.
So, shoo-be-doo, shoo-shoo-be-doo.
Okay.
First generation
Wow.
I'll take it. Thank you so much.
People would love to hear that.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hello. Okay, first off, you're all amazing, and I love how you can just change your voices with the snap of a finger. One of my questions is, how did you get into the voice acting business? Since I would like to try and be an actor and singer, I like the idea of seeing what other opportunities there are.
Cool.
For me, I went to university first for theater, and then I went to a conservatory-style acting program, and that's where I learned how to access the voice and the training and the technique behind using this instrument. So if there's a way to access some training or coaching or anything like that, I highly recommend, just to understand what the voice can do and do it safely so that you can maintain a voice over a period of time. That would be one piece of the puzzle that I would recommend. Not the only path, of course.
Yeah, I took a bunch of like part-time voice classes and made demos, and then you send them off to agents, and then hopefully you can get a job. I find a good way to find different voices you can do. If you have animals, you have like a dog or a cat, if you speak to them differently, like how I speak to my dog would be like, hi baby, how are you? So cute.
My
Like,
little sister.
you can change your different voices. So try that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I started doing like live theater when I was a kid, so I always had an interest in it, and taking more classes, I started to understand like, oh, there's a lot more to it. So I definitely recommend that. Like, and it's so much fun because you surprise yourself. It's amazing what that little voice box can do. And then just kind of from doing acting, I just dove into some voiceover, and it kind of just all happened. So any classes or theater and just having fun, it's so much fun, and really I find you surprise yourself. You can do a lot more voices than you ever thought. Yeah.
Thank you.
How old are you?
I'm 16.
Okay, so you're in high school right now.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, when I took a few years off after high school, and then I went to university for acting for stage and screen. And in the third year, we had a lady come in, and she gave us a kind of crash course on voice acting, and I just fell in love with it. It was something that I, knew that I wanted to do. So when I got out of university and I signed with my agency, they had a voice department, and I was just very adamant that I wanted to do that, and I didn't expect to get anything because there's so many talented voice actors out there. It's a much smaller pool, but I would just recommend just have fun with it. Try an improv class. Try just messing around, impersonating friends, and it'll just come. Like if you want to do it, you just got to keep pushing and find somebody who will get you out there.
Thank you.
Oh.
I think that's very good advice. Yeah, just do theater. Do community theater if your town has it. Because I think a lot of people who do voiceovers are musical people. They can play instruments or they can sing because you got to manipulate this instrument that you have. So yeah, if you're a singer, that's perfect. Do musicals. I did musicals forever. Singing and dancing forever. Do it.
Thank you. And one more question. If nothing like that's related to MLP, but your own opinion, what would you think your characters would grow up to be like? Like, what would their positions in life be? What would they be? Where would they live?
Sandbar would just be surfing. The turtles, baby, what the fun is.
I think Gals would be a pilot.
Had to be an airship.
But you?
Oh, a teacher for sure, or like kind of like I could see Ocellus running like camps, like summer school camps, because she learns a lot and she finally gets confident to just be herself, and she's all about learning. So I think for sure I'd stay in that and I'd help kids out. Yeah.
Nice. I feel like Yona might be a motivational speaker. Be the best you can be.
What would that be like?
Intense. So much fun. I believe in you.
It's a good iron will.
You don't have to also answer to every single request that this man is giving you.
Use your imagination. I actually immediately thought that Silverstream might go into politics and lead a charge. Not going to get political, but there's some things going on right now that perhaps Vivid Figure could muck into and make some good happen. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Thank you. Just to give a time check, how much time do we have?
We currently have about 10 minutes left in the
10 minutes, y'all. 10 minutes.
All right.
Hello, I'm known as the Captain, and I'd like to thank you all for coming.
Hi, Captain.
I was hoping you all could switch up a little bit, do some of the other characters' voices. We have Ocellus do her best Yona impression.
Yes, smash!
Hey, I'm Sandbar, bro. Totally.
Hi, I'm Gallus.
Well, I'm going to go off on a limb and do apple jam.
Thank you.
That was a good one.
Hi, I'm Loving Laughter. I was wondering, as far as the elements of harmony and how your characters match up to those, I noticed the banners are completely off from what we saw in the season 8 finale. So, do you know your character's element of harmony? Were you coached on that, or if not, like what element do you think your character would match up to? Because I know there's a lot of debate in the community about that.
I feel like that episode where we're all facing our fears, or certainly that scene with Gallus and Silverstream's, learning, as we learn more about friendship, there's so many different colors to all of them that I don't necessarily subscribe to one over the other. I just think it's more important that we all are so different and we do all cross paths and kind of have different little intricacies. So long answer, that, and short answer, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's like the beauty of the School of Friendship. They all kind of realize through their differences that they're the same. And I think they all kind of fit the roles.
I
All the elements of
concur.
harmony. Yes.
I concur.
Yes.
I think, I don't know if this answers the question, but I think the most important thing that Gallus learns is to be comfortable being vulnerable and in his vulnerability. Because he's got so much of a shield at the beginning. So, I don't know if that helps at all. But and apparently these banners, and I don't know if I'm correct, but they were inspired by Harry Potter, which makes me a Griffin. Gryffindor.
I don't see
You
one
guys totally
of
still there.
Yoda,
Cool.
Thank you.
Oh, right,
And in the episode, she was honesty, so it's completely. Anyways, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hey, I'll try to make this question quick. What tips do you guys have for up and coming voice actors? You kind of already answered this question, but
Well, I would definitely also say watch cartoons, watch different kinds of styles, and certainly that becomes a bit easier when you are getting into voiceover to understand. Oh, is this a My Little Pony energy, or is this a Mega Man energy, or is this a there's exactly there's different styles and they require different skills, different pace, different kind of flavors. So I would definitely say watching more and listening and trying to figure out those differences would be helpful.
Drink water while doing raspy voices. Yeah. Saves you.
Okay. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Try improv. That was the one thing I noticed as soon as I went into the studio. I was like, man, this goes so quick. And if they give you a note, it's like immediate. So just get really comfortable being on your toes, I would say.
Yeah, I think like Vincent mentioned before, like theater and improv, because if you don't trust yourself and you're thinking about it the whole time, it blocks you. But if you just relax and you can just be free to go, you surprise yourself and you'll find a lot more. Yeah.
And record yourself. You guys have like phones or anything. Record yourself. Listen back. If you're imitating somebody, listen to that show or whatever person. Record yourself and compare and see how did you do. Are you aware completely of? Did you match it or did you not? Just listen to yourself. Just like when you're like doing. I don't know. I used to do a lot of like gymnastic-y flipping and stuff, and I would tape myself all the time to see like what I messed up. How can I do this better? How can I jump higher? Whatever. And it really helped when I taped myself. So it's the same thing with voiceover.
I do that already.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, groovy.
All right, cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, I have a question for Lauren Jackson. Yeah, when you first played Silverstream and when she first experienced stairs in the season 8 premiere, what was your reaction to that? I want to know that.
Oh, it's great! Are you kidding? It has become the sort of cornerstone piece to Silverstream, I feel like.
She's always excited or something?
Well, I think she just sees a lot of wonder, and as she explains, stairs are a bit of a foreign concept based on where she has lived. So I think that's a beautiful way to walk through the world.
Yeah, and she's been on the water for such a very long time.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
Deadpool. Princess Deadpool.
Thank you very much. So for some of you, this is your very first convention ever, right?
Yes.
Well, on behalf of the fandom, I like to say, welcome to the insanity. Okay, well, as you all know, there are a lot of cosplayers here, so my question is this. If you guys could cosplay anyone from My Little Pony or Question Girls, who would it be?
Nice.
Oh, that's a good one.
No one's got an answer.
Because I feel like they're all so great. I'm like, well, I kind of want to be all of them.
Didn't they do a pony a couple seasons back that was meant to look like Karl Lagerfeld? It was a fashion trio, and it was like Inky Rose, and remember that episode? I want to be Karl Lagerfeld. That's what I want to be. That pony.
Iona.
What's out?
I want to be a Pugwudgie.
Pugwudgie?
Pugwudgie?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'd be Cozy Glow.
Woo!
It'd be all sweet, and then I'd be like,
I'd just be Flash Sentry. And get all the hate. Bring it!
Oh, nonsense, you're beautiful.
Let the hate flow through you.
Thank you for your time.
You stole my waifu.
Thank you.
Waifu stealer.
Hello.
Hi.
One of the lines from the comic reminded me of a line from The Dark Knight Rises, so it's a request for Katrina. In Yona's voice, could you say, "Now's not the time for fear, that comes later"?
Now is not the time for fear. That comes later.
So long since I watched that.
Hi, what is something that your character could learn from you or that you could learn from your character?
That's a deep question.
Well, at the risk of being personal, something I had to learn on this process, as I alluded to earlier, was not being just up here all the time and living in that space, which is a beautiful place to be, but it felt very vulnerable to kind of slow things down for a second and show the most base human core of a person. And that was actually really challenging for me, and Terry helped me out a lot on that, and it was a nice journey to go through with Silverstream and learn through her things that I was realizing about myself in real life. So that was something that we kind of learned from each other, I guess.
I think what I could learn from Yona, and I have learned in like the later years of my life, is it's okay to be weird and to be yourself. I did a lot of weird things growing up that I was like, oh no, like can't race cars, I'm a girl, or like weird things, and I'm like, no, that's me, and be yourselves. If that's what I learned from Yona.
Oh, Celis is so. You know what? I feel like I have a little bit in common with her. I'm gonna get personal to you, but as you guys know, I'm really short, and it took me a while to be confident in my own skin. I was shy and kind of like when I had to be in big crowds, and I was even shy this morning. I was like, oh my god.
We love you.
So I think
I'm short
Celis,
too.
like watching her be more confident with herself and just like own it. I relate to that, and it helps me too. Yeah.
I want to fly so bad. It's like the one superpower that I want to do. It's cheating, but that's what I want. I just want to fly.
You got tons of Black Griffin. He can fly.
Yeah.
He can actually fly. It's kind of weird. Sandbar, he's just like a cool guy. Just so nice, and I have a lot to learn about being nice. Really difficult for me. No, it's like, I don't know, I think he kind of encompasses what this fandom is about loving everybody for who they are and bringing everybody together. And I think that's what, I don't know, I love coming to these conventions. And I know it's a lot of your guys' first convention, but like, I don't know, you can feel the love already.
100%.
This fandom is amazing. Absolutely the most generous people, the most like, times that I've witnessed pure humanity, and the beauty of humanity is within the Brony fandom. So thank you guys so much for that.
Thank you.
And on that perfectly appropriate note, that's the panel, everyone. Hope you all had a good
No, I don't really need to go back up to the room though. Do you want me to join you or?
I gotta go up. Well, you don't have to. I have my key.
Are you sure?
Yeah. You don't have to.
I'll keep in touch.
I gotta grab my. When does the autograph start again?
2:30.
2:30?
Yeah. So actually,